All right, Shalom, Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakadash. I'd like to give double honor to the apostle elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that sees word in our truth and sincerity. And yes, today I just want to tie this lesson, Judgment, Hell, and Reincarnation. Because we all understand that there is no such thing as hell. Matter of fact, let's get some real quick. Let's see. I think this is it. Is it 30 and 25? Let's see. It might be 35. Bear with me. Jeremiah 32 and 35. It says, and they built the high places of Baal, which are in the valley of the son of Hinnom, to cause their sons and their daughters to pass through the fire unto Molech, which I commanded them not. Neither came it into my mind that they should do this abomination to cause Judah to sin. So yeah, this was not even in the Lord's mind for this type of thing to happen, man. For this hell, eternal hellfire. Well, that's a kind of devised fable, man. To pretty much have you shaking in your boots to continue to pay tax, to these different harlot houses. But no, that hell, your own personal hell is your body, man. In that condition that you're in. Because hell just means the grave, you know what I mean? So, matter of fact, since I said that, let's see, this St. Matthew's 11. St. Matthew's 11 and 23. It said, and thou Capernaum, which art exalted unto heaven, shalt be brought down to hell. See? It's not like there was a city in heaven called Capernaum, and after a while, the Lord is going to cast and just bring them to hell. No. They was talking about this city was it was exalted, was in a exalted state, full of riches. That's why they didn't believe in the Lord. That's why it wasn't the Lord didn't do many miracles there, because pretty much everything they already had a lot of things laid out for them, man. That's why I said the Lord, he came to heal those that are sick, man. But it said they're going to be brought down to hell, meaning what? They're going to be brought to a lower state, man. For if the mighty works which have been done in thee had been done in Sodom, it would have remained unto this day. So the point is that really hell is really a lower state, man. And that's the point I want to get to, just dealing with judgment and reincarnation, because that's when your judgment is being played out, once you're reincarnated on the planet Earth. Let's see, this is Ecclesiastes 3. I'm going to start at 15. He said, that which have been is now, and that which is to be have already been. See? And there is no new slacking. And the Most High required that which is past. So what is that? We know that those same spirits that was here back then is here now, man. And the Lord required that which is past, meaning what you did in your past life, now you're going to have to pay for it in the next life to come, man. It said, and moreover, I saw under the place of judgment that there was wickedness. It's like under the sun, the place of judgment. So what's under the sun? The planet Earth, man. This is where judgment is being played out. This is where judgment is being played out, man. Because here on the planet Earth, you have pain receptors. You can feel pain here, man. If this wasn't the place of judgment, why do you feel pain? We know once you're a spirit, you don't have flesh. You don't have no flesh, man. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. St. Luke. St. Luke 24. This St. Luke 24:39, it said, "Behold, my hands and my feet, that is, I myself, handle me and see, for a spirit have not flesh and bones, as ye see me have." So the Lord, when he came back, when he was resurrected, told you that a spirit don't have flesh and bones, man. So how can a spirit be burned up, man? Suffer eternal fire, man. You know? That's not the case. It's like it. That's not the case. So on the planet Earth is where you come in. When you come in this body, when you in this flesh, that's when your judgment is played out, man. Whether you come out so-called normal, you know, and you end up coming out missing limbs or with a mental illness, but that was the Lord bring you back to the planet Earth to serve your judgment out, man. You know, let's get that in Job 4:7. Book of Job 4:7. It said, "Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or well were the righteous cut off." See? So that lets you know, these questions mark meaning where it stands to this day. Because if you innocent, none will come your way. No evil will come your way, man. You know? No evil. That's why even the Lord, he had to pay for the sins, of as him being Solomon, as him being Adam. Because when he came as Yahushua, he was perfect, man. But he still had to pay for the sins of Solomon and Adam, man. You know? Because where in the scripture can you read about Solomon being beat with the stripes of men? Well, you got to go to the New Testament and read the accounts of the Lord, man. You know? It said, "Even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same." So, yeah. Like I said, you have a baby come out with these different disabilities. Well, guess what? They had to pay back for what they did in their past life. You know, they might have come out with missing limbs. Well, back then, they probably was a demon that, chopped limbs off. So the Lord paid them back like that. You know what I mean? And then people might use the John the 9th chapter. Matter of fact, let's get that. St. John 9:1. "And as Yahushua passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth. And the disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind?" So how did he sin before he was born blind? You know? It said, Yahushua answered, "Neither had this man sinned nor his parents, but that the works of the Most High should be made manifest in him." So we know that he was set up just so the Lord can show his power. But what about the other people that live their whole life like that? You know, what about the other people that have had these different, like I said, ailments and disabilities? They was reincarnated to serve their judgment, man. I mean, it's plain as day, man. And then all these Edomites that died peacefully, back then, well, now they coming back today to serve that, to eat that fruit of what they did in their past life. That's why these devils, they're gonna be slaves. Because why? We were slaves. So reincarnation justifies judgment as well. So let's see. Let's get this 2nd Ezra 14. I think it is 2nd Ezra 14:35. It says, "For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again." So what else could that be talking about? It said, "And then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared." See, it's going to either be declared, like I said, with these, you coming out with no hands,